All right, and welcome everybody. And if you're joining the recording, welcome. This is, as you know, Xperiencify office hours. We have a separate office hours for Go Plus. So if you've got Go Plus questions, you'll want to head over to one of those. And by the way, just a heads up, we're also now holding office hours in Spanish twice a month. So if you know anyone who would be helped by getting demos of the platform, learning how to do everything in Spanish, Jesus is doing that twice a month now. So that's on the calendar as well. You can find everything in the help doc under office hours. And for today, if we haven't met, I'm Rachel, but I think I know those of you who I see here. And if you haven't met Becky, I want you to meet her. She is one of our very first cohort of certified Xperiencify experts. And so, by the way, she is available if you want help with, if you want someone to just build your course for you or build anything in XP, or if you need like a whole session of one-on-one devoted time and you want to hire her for help with that, she is available. And she is going to be leading some office hours now and helping you out with all the questions. So she and I are
Welcome,
both here to
Becky.
hang out with you tonight. Yeah, and
Thank you,
I
Frank.
am really excited for you all to get to know her. I have gotten to get to work with her a bunch all through the Xperiencification certification process, and it's just
So
been
she's
awesome.
she's like the new waitress that gets to follow the old waitress.
Something
Yeah,
like that. Something like that.
Shadow,
yeah.
shadow.
That,
And I have a very good trainer. I just, you know, so Rachel is the best, I reckon.
thank you, Becky. So, without further ado, let's talk about what you all want to talk about, and I will hand it over to Becky to lead. And Becky, you can take over. I also saw we have a couple of questions in the form that we can visit at some point as well. I've got those in my notes. But do you want to take it from here, Becky?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Frank, nice to meet you. And thank you for your warm welcome. And I will follow Rachel's footsteps the best I can. But let's have
Okay,
some fun though.
sounds good.
So, hello, Susan. Frank, you wanted to talk about funnels, you said.
Yeah, I have a need of one. I have some copy I'm ready to use, and I don't know if that's more of a Go Plus thing or if I can do something here. But if I can't do that here, I can at least hopefully get a wait list set up. Um, because I'm in a soft launch. Not much is happening, but I'm going to kick off a kind of an advertising blitz over the next several weeks. Try to generate some business for the holidays.
Yeah. Rachel, just would you actually
Yeah.
recommend that being Go Plus, or do you think that we can get them to set up a marketplace? Do you think?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So this is a great and common question is where do I set up my funnels, my whole world of my courses, all of those things. The short answer, the big picture answer is that Go Plus is really your place that is designed to do things like build out funnels and hold all your marketing. And it's kind of more the whole ecosystem of your business. So if you're thinking
Okay.
about like, I need to set up the world, that's what it's built for. That's
Right.
it. You can do things in XP. There's a good amount you can do in XP, but you're definitely going to have more options and more robust tools over in Go Plus. If you are talking about, well, let me say what you can do. You can easily set up like a landing page in Xperiencify. And sometimes that's easier for people if you already know the XP platform and you don't know Go Plus yet. It can be, you can set up an XP sales page real quick and easy with the same drag and drop as you do for building your course pages. So if you just want like a simple landing page, a link to send people to sign up, you can do that pretty quickly. If you want a more developed funnel, you'll want to go to Go Plus. If you're talking about a wait list, I will mention that XP, the platform, actually does like waitlist scenarios really well, because one thing you can do is build like a course that is actually your waitlist holding zone. But if you think about it, people will enter their email, and then just like in any XP course, they're taken right into the world of what you've set up, and it can just be a simple homepage, a get excited video. Here's, information about when you're going to be able to purchase, or you can build the momentum right there before you have even have anything built by setting up a quick little waitlist course. So,
So
does
in
that make
looking
sense,
at the
Frank?
funnel, then I got some ideas about the attraction part, but this
Hmm.
sounds like a good place for the nurture part. Would that be correct? The wait list
It
concept?
it absolutely could be, yeah. And you can certainly do that in Go Plus as well. But again, for some people, if you don't know Go Plus yet and you know XP, it can be super easy to set up a course. And yes, it's a beautiful place to nurture because it's easy to create that little world and bring them in and do all the great things that XP does.
So
So
once I've captured the emails, their group communication and all that stuff becomes simpler, but it's not automatic.
not automatic, meaning
No, they trigger something by popping in, and I have
only if you
something
set it up. Yeah,
right.
like you would set up probably, a welcome email for the waitlist course and say, congrats, you're on the waitlist. Here's what happens next.
Okay.
And yeah, and then it's up to you what happens from
Is
there.
that a good place to park newsletter kind of thing, or would that be something totally different?
If you're doing a newsletter, most likely that's going to go to like your whole community. Maybe not, or it might be more than just this one segment of people who have waitlisted. So the thing to keep in mind is that Go Plus works better for the whole system, segmenting your different lists, doing campaigns to different groups. That's all done really well there. When you have like a course in XP, then everything you send out is going to be specific to students in that course.
Well,
So
yeah, I'm a
again, the
one
course can
course
be
guy.
a wait list. So it can mean whatever, however you're defining it.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of piggybacking the course. It's only all about the one course I have.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
And
Does that help? Oh, go ahead, Becky. You got something to add
sorry,
to
I was
that?
just going to say if Frank doesn't want to entire giant ecosystem at the moment, maybe XP Marketplace, and you can probably end up doing click here and get your goodies, and you still capture their email, and like Rachel said, go into the course. That might be actually a lot easier, because if you start to go into Go Plus, which is great, but there's just a lot more navigation. I think Frank may want to consider just using XP for now, and once it grows, then you can start looking at using another technology.
Th-
Um,
That
uh,
is, and let me explain why, because although I'm all for as much automation and that kind of awesome AI potential, I still want to know how it works by doing it myself. especially in the embryonic stage.
Yeah, you'll be setting up Go Plus yourself too. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
I'll
Like
be
whatever
good.
you is sent is done because you programmed an automation to do what you wanted it to do.
Okay.
Does that feel helpful? How's this feeling, Frank?
Sure. Now, if I want to do the wait list, I just kind of like go into the build a course mode
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and do it that way. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and it might be fun and helpful to do a quick demo of that. Let's maybe take a quick pulse of
I can
some
show you my
other.
screen if you want. Okay.
Yeah, let's actually hold on that for just a moment. I want to
Okay.
hear what other topics we've got going on that people want to touch on. So let's check in with Philippe, and I see Kristen's here. Welcome. And I see Susan was asking, oh, showing a funnel in XP. So let's check out what else we got going on and see what we have time to demo. Does that sound good, Frank?
I'm here.
Awesome.
So,
Cool.
so if you want, I can
Um,
explain. It's going to be simpler than writing it. Um, so when people get access to the course, they've got access to the course for 6 months, but to the like lives, the replays, the community. So I know like we can give access to the menu bar. This button disappear if after they don't have this tag. Um, So I'm looking what's the best way because then we can upsell them again to like support for like the lives and the questions and community after that 6 months. What's the best strategy to do that? And if somebody, for example, say we do sales calls. So if the person registered today but would start, for example, in a month from today or like in 3 weeks, or they choose the date, for example, because they're not ready now, but we're trying to get a deposit. So we need to make the sell as of now. And then this would give the course access because we need to sell a product to give an access to Go Plus, to Xperiencify when we're doing it from Go Plus. Because we cannot
mhm.
just put a tag and the course is triggered. This doesn't work. So it's putting a delay of like 2 hours before the automation with the welcome email start. And if the person receive like delayed tag, then we push the person out, we put suspended in the course, and then when the person is ready, we put the tag active, and then the person become active. But then I'm
Okay.
like, they have 6 months of course, so there's the timer. So if they wait 1 month, is the timer is going to be a month off? So what happened to the timer when we suspend the course? Does it restart to zero? Does it continue? How? Like there's a couple of
So a
questions here.
timer is going to either be set to live, which is counting down by a date,
Yeah,
or to evergreen, which
yeah,
is counting by X days.
yeah,
So your question is if you suspend, does it interrupt the X days? Is that the question?
yeah. That's one of the questions. Yeah.
So if you have it set to evergreen timer,
Evergreen. Yeah.
you suspend them from the course.
Hmm.
I don't believe that should interrupt the X days. I would suggest doing a quick test on that, but I don't
Okay.
believe that should interrupt it.
Okay. So then I cannot put somebody in the course and just suspend it until they start, then the timer would be off. So for example, if they start a month
Correct.
later, so we need to figure out what would be the best strategy on that. Because we need to give them the access of the course. If not, we need to do a lot of manual tasks and go to XP and give them access to the course manually. Because there's no other way of doing that as of now between XP and Go Plus.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Becky, you got a thought on that?
I was just thinking, sorry, I was actually wasn't thinking about Go Plus, but you may be able to register them through Go Plus, but the thing is they get a link to XP. Sorry, I'm just working through this in my head,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
but
Hmm.
you
yeah, yeah.
can actually tag the person in the delay timer and they don't get access. So it's like an EMC. You don't, the countdown timer don't start until the day they log in, right? And then you set the automation from XP to send out your, welcome. Here's your login details. You might be able to do that.
So the timer is not started until somebody logged in. If that's the case, this works perfectly. But
Well, you could set an automation. Is that what you're saying, Becky? That
Yes.
might work. You could set an
Yeah.
automation. And by the way, for folks who joined late, Becky, by the way, is one of our new certified experts. She's going to be leading office hours from now on. So if you haven't met her yet, she's fantastic. So we could set an automation that is triggered by first login. That's what you're saying, right, Becky? And then
Yes.
add a tag.
Yeah.
And then you could have another automation triggered by the tag being added.
Mhm. So, we can set the timer based on automation. I didn't know that.
So the timer itself will actually be set up like on wherever you create it, usually on the home
Yeah,
page. But
yeah,
then in
yeah.
step 5, you can create an automation that is
That's
based
correct.
on that timer. So it'll say, it'll ask you to select a timer, and your timer on the home page will have a name. It'll have just like a default name, like timer on home page if you didn't change it.
Come
And
time.
that
Okay.
be a trigger. Oh, Kristen says she is doing that now. Kristen, do you want to add to this if you
I,
have helpful insight? Please feel free.
yeah, I don't remember exactly how I set it up, but I know I could get it that the timer does start when they log in, when they have their first login. But I didn't ever set up anything that I'm actually kicking them out of the course, but
Okay,
they do have a
okay.
timer there.
Right, right. Yeah, you can use the timer as a trigger. So, Philippe, that might be a possible route. You'll definitely want to test this. Something this complex, definitely do a test and make sure it's working as you expect. But that is sounding like we got some possibility here.
Okay. 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 So I'll need to test it out.
Yeah, do a quick test on that. See what
Okay.
happens. Awesome. Thank you. Is that the main thing for the moment, Philippe?
But it goes with the same thing. So if a payment fails, then does the timer, if the person fails, like we have the option when we do the integration between XP and Go Plus to remove access to the course. So if we remove the access to the course, does the timer goes down till or it just stop?
If you remove them from the course and you
No,
have an
suspend. Sorry.
ever,
It's suspended.
yeah,
Sorry.
again, suspend, I don't believe will interrupt
Yes.
it. Remove definitely would,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that would take them, yeah, out of the
So there's no
system.
way to tag someone and they get access to a course.
Say that
If
again?
they're so if we tag someone, for example, access to this course, there's no automation in Xperiencify to give access to a course, except if they're already in a course and we have an automation in that course, then this would work. But if they're in no course, then it's not possible.
If they're not
Automation,
in your system, there's no way to magically make them be a student without them joining a course or being given access to a course. 'Cause, like,
okay.
we can't have just a person off the street like magically jump into the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
course because like
But they're in Go
doesn't make
Plus,
sense.
so there's this interaction between those two platforms. But in that case, okay, okay, okay. Now I'll
Cool.
play a test things and thank you.
Awesome. Great stuff. Thanks, Philippe. Kristen, you want to go ahead?
Yeah,
What's
so
going
I
on?
have a few questions about forums, and is
Mhm.
it okay if I share my screen? Yes,
Sure.
ma'am. Okay.
Becky is the host, so she will go ahead and. make that happen.
Oh, okay, now it looks good. Hold on, where is? Okay, so I have this new program that I'm setting up, and I'm trying to make it that just the forums are easy for them to use and find. And I thought I set this up in a course before that so basically like whatever their comments are here they can post fine and but they can't make a new post in the forum. They can only like comment. So I'm trying to think, is there a way that I can set this up that that content is still reflected to the training, but they can like make it a new post instead of just like commenting here? Is it possible?
So the answer is if you're linking it to a training, that's the
Mm,
way that they're going to comment because it
okay,
wouldn't
okay.
work to have it just wouldn't work to have the data coming in two places. Like the answer is no, sorry. It
Oh,
just
okay,
doesn't work
okay.
on the back end to have it coming in two different ways for one space.
Okay. And
So
if they're making like new posts here, is there any way that it can be reflected on the training page itself?
no, they would need
No, is it
to
one or the
make it.
other?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, okay. All right, that answered one of my question, and then I had another. I was just curious. What? Oh, well, maybe this will help. What exactly is a page in this
It's like any page. Like if
homepage?
you built a custom page and called it, let's have a discussion here, you could like literally build a custom page, put a comment box on it, and then say, I want that comment box reflected in this forum space. And it would work
Ah,
just the same way it syncs from the trainings, but it would be like the comment box that you put on your page you created. Does that
okay.
make
So still it
sense?
would look similar to this.
Exactly. It would look exactly like this. It
Okay.
would it say go to training?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
it's
still
just
say
gonna
go to
link to
training,
the.
even though it's technically not a training, but yeah, it would be
Okay.
the same sort of thing.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Let me
Yeah.
see with that more what I want to do. And then another question I had, I'm using some of the essay responses. And I was wondering, is there any like easier way to see these than the only way I found was to go to the student page, and then find that individual student and then click on their activity? Is there
I'm
any
like, what
easier
do I say
way
to
to
this? I've
see?
got good news. We have a feature coming that has been
Oh,
requested
yay.
for so long. You're going to be able to export these. You're going to be able to export the essay responses very soon
Okay,
and
great.
send them to a spreadsheet. I don't know exactly
Okay,
what it'll look like yet, but it's in progress right now.
okay.
So you will be able to print out a spreadsheet or view a spreadsheet and see them all very, very easily.
Just download it all at once. That will
Yeah,
be super helpful. Okay. Do
I
you have any
Rachel,
kind
agree.
of like
That will be very
timeline
super.
for that or
I don't ever promise timelines, but
yeah.
it is in progress like right now, and it should be pretty quick. I'm
Okay.
gonna say like I don't even want I don't want to say a timeline because I can't.
Yeah, things always
Next
happen.
couple of weeks maybe.
Okay.
Like
That would be
that's my hope. Yeah,
okay. That would be
not a promise, but
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I had like cuz I feel I saw it somewhere, but is there any like resources for like structuring your curriculum?
Yes. Okay. One thing we have is if you go to the Help Center,
Mm.
enter FAQ, like do a
Mhm.
search for FAQ. You're going to pull up a doc called FAQs, and the very first, um, here, I'll show you. I'll go ahead
sorry.
and show
Um,
this. All right. If you go to, oh, wait.
Rachel, I've
All
got
right.
it open.
What's that?
I have it open, but that's
Can
okay.
you see my
You're there.
screen? Oh, you have it open? Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the Help Center. Search for FAQs, this doc right here, and go to this video right here. That is going to walk you through building and structuring a course. And if you click here, you can download a copy or rather make a copy of some docs that will just guide you in organizing, setting up all of
Mhm.
your content. Is
Yeah.
that maybe what you saw?
That's what I would need. Yeah. I just want to like, yeah, have a place I can structure it all out. Will be right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that is a great place to get started.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm
Does
good.
that help?
Yeah, that helped a lot. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Kristen. What else? All right, I see Christopher's joined. Welcome. Let's see. I know we have a couple of questions that came in about certificates and quizzes. And then if we have time, we're going to swing back and maybe demo doing like a simple waitlist setup. And what do we got in the chat? Anything else? All right, cool. So, a couple of questions about quizzes. Do you set up quizzes in XP? And these can be quizzes can be done in either XP or Go Plus. But if you do them in XP, you're going to do quizzes as a training action, and you're just going to select an essay response or a multiple choice quiz. So I'll go ahead and just show that real quick. If we go into a course, and the place that I'd set up my quizzes would be in step 3 in my course content. And I'm going to edit my training, go to my actions and points, and I'm just going to add a new action right here. It's going to ask me the action type, and I'm going to select my essay response or multiple choice. And then if it's multiple choice, I'm going to, of course, put my responses in. And notice that you can have a right answer, or if you just want to use this to like take a survey or a poll, you can have a multiple choice that has no right answer and just leave it and let people answer. Notice you can also select a tag based on which one people choose. So this can be another great way to segment students and then put them into different buckets or categories, or start different email sequences based on what they're interested in or what their answer is to the quiz and so forth. So you've got your multiple choice quiz, or you've got your essay response, which we were just talking about with Kristen. And that's where you'll give them the question here. You have an option to have a minimum number of words or not. And then the answers to these will show up in their student profile and in their activity feed. But again, good news, very soon you'll be able to export quiz responses or essay quiz responses and just get all those easily. So that is the that's the quick overview on how to do a quiz. And what else do we got? Becky, do you feel like demoing like setting up a simple waitlist course? Should I throw you on the spot with that? How's that feel?
Um, can,
Or do you want me
can
to
can I
demo that?
watch you? Can I
You want
watch
me to
you
demo
do it?
that? Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Absolutely. So if you joined late, we were talking about how you can set up a waitlist in XP by creating a simple waitlist course. And this is basically going to function as a place that people can join and hang out and get excited about your course and be notified when it's ready. So the first thing you would do is have your order form, like with any course. Let me go into a course here. All right, let's say this is going to be my waitlist course right here, okay? So I'm going to need my order form, and I'm going to do that in step 4. So I'll go ahead and set up my order form, but obviously I'm going to customize this to say, well, I might use it like this. I might use a text and image block here, or I could add whatever blocks I want on this order form page. And I could basically say, hey, add your info here if you want to be notified about this fantastic course. Obviously, I don't want them to see any payment. So what I'm going to want to do is make sure I don't have any payment in step 2. And in this course, I do. So I'm going to change that right now. I'm going to go back to step 2 and I'm going to entirely X out any payment. It's different than saying 0. I want to completely exit out. So now I've got no payment left here. And that means that my order form is not going to ask people for a credit card, which obviously we don't want to do. So I've put some text up here, some images, even a video. You can even pop a video on here, say, hey, add your name, add your email. Obviously, I'll change this. I don't want to say complete your purchase. So I want to edit this data right here and say, sign up here, whatever I want. And I'm just going to let them know, pop your email in here to be the first to know. And I'll probably like delete the payment icons just to make sure everything's clear. Once that is ready and is clearly a waitlist form, I'll have that ready to go. I can grab the link to that right here. And this is my link that I'm just going to send people and say, sign up for the waitlist right here. So they will see my page, pop in their email, can remove the phone field if you don't want it. And as soon as they sign up for this wait list, they are going to be automatically taken into the home page. And so what I would set up is probably just a home page. Most likely I would do this with just a single page. Let me delete all this messy stuff from this test course. And on my home page, I would probably want like a welcome video. So they've just popped into the wait list, and I could have a super quick video saying, yay, you are here. Um, Here's some info about what this course is going to be about, get them even more excited. Maybe you even have like a couple of pre-actions like we do in XP that gets them like ready to sign up for the course. So you're building the momentum and building the buy-in before they've even purchased. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and just pop an action block on there and say, I don't know what we want to say here. I could do a quiz question. I could say, tell me about, somebody give me a topic. If the course is on whatever it's about, tell me about either what you're excited to learn about, or maybe there's some kind of like survey they're taking that is, getting them going, getting them thinking about the course material already. So you could give them like a quick little action step or quiz. Obviously, you can do celebrations and all the fun things that XP can do. So basically, you're just creating a little mini experience for them right here, just by the action of saying, yes, I'm interested in your course. And what's that going to communicate? Like, this actual course is not going to be a usual course. Like, all they did was put in their email to sign up, and they've already got a whole cool little world of stuff going on. So now you've got their email, you've got them excited, you've let them know whatever they need to know, like watch your email for next steps, or we're going to be opening the cart on this date. So if you have information like that, you can let them know. And basically, then you've got their email. When you go to their students list, you could filter. You can always filter your students by a course, right? So my waitlist course will have a name, and I can just go like that and get a list of all students and emails who had signed up for my waitlist. And as soon as I'm ready to send them information, I'm just going to go back to my students list for an example. As soon as I'm ready to send them info, I'm just going to select those students that I just got, and I'm going to be able to send them an email. Or, of course, I can just create an email automation directly inside the waitlist course. So in step 5, I could create an automation. Let's say now I've got a bunch of people signed up for my wait list and I'm ready to announce that the cart's open to actually buy it. So I'm going to create an automation. Maybe I'm going to send it out tomorrow. And I'm going to write them an email and say, hey, guess what? Cart is open. Here's the link to buy. The actual buy link will be a different course because this is just a waitlist course. So maybe now, while they have been hanging out in the waitlist, I've been actually building the real course over here. So maybe that's this one. And I'm going to grab the order form link and I'm going to pop that in the email and say, hey, it's ready. Here you go. Obviously, you can follow up from there. You can send them reminders. And then they're going to go into your real course and start all the fun from there. So, Frank and anybody else, does that make sense? That feel easy enough to do?
It is. And one question, if I'm starting from scratch, I don't have an existing template to bastardize like you did.
Mm-hmm.
Or
No worries. Easy.
would I start with one of the templates like gamified membership be the same idea?
If we're talking about the waitlist course,
Yeah.
just do new blank course. You don't need all there's overkill way more than you need in everything else because all you need
All right.
is, so I just created this one right now, right? I'm going to open it up, and the only thing I really need to do is set up an order form and a home page. So I just opened the home page and I can set this up in a second. Oh, maybe we have a countdown. If you know your date that your course, your real course is going to be live, that could be kind of cool. So if
Hmm.
we're counting down till like, October 21st, I could set the countdown up like that and be like, here's when it's coming. And then I could just pop in a quick, welcome, woohoo, you're on the list, look out for details. I'm going to edit my navigation bar because I don't want them to go to an all trainings page.
Right.
That's not relevant. So I'm just going to delete that. And now they can't go anywhere. So now all they got is this page. So once I've made this page look like I want it to look, I'm going to delete what I don't want and put in what I do want. That's all I need. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I didn't see where you found that. That's not it's not a
Oh,
template, and I don't see any place where it says new blank course.
let me back up and go slower. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go back to courses here, and I'm just going to go to add new course
Where does it say? Okay, right there. Okay.
right there. And then I'm just going to do this first option up
Oh,
top.
new blank course. Okay.
New blank
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
I even got
Super
confetti with
easy.
that. All right.
What's
Woohoo.
that? You got confetti?
Woohoo. Now I'm all psyched up. Okay.
Right, right. Yeah. So see, so you can do a celebration like that when they land. You can do a fun woohoo thing, and
All
then
right.
they
So
are there.
that's where I start, and then I go through and build it like I have other pages. I think I can get that done. Um, Probably not going to keep, if you're going to have a forum on the wait list, you shouldn't intermix it with the other forum. I mean, they're they're separate, right? I mean, there are two classifications. One's for people that haven't bought yet, and one is for those who have,
I'm
right?
glad you asked that. The way to think about the forum is it's all one forum. So it's not like different forums. It's all one forum space, but you just tag each group and space in the forum to be seen by whoever you want to see it or not. So you can have a
So
space in the
it's
forum.
a filter deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a filter
Okay.
deal. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Can I
How's that
can I ask
feeling?
a couple questions?
Yeah,
Uh,
go for it.
so what this is doing is the course is either full already or it's not available yet, right? So it's kind of putting
Exactly.
them on hold.
Exactly.
And then what happens once the course is available? Then do they get notified? Do they get sent a link to a sales page? I
So
guess
that's
you'd
what
have
you're
to
going to
set
want to
that up in
set
the
up.
automation, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what you'll want to set up as an automation. So I would
Okay.
go into my waitlist course because that's where all my waitlist students are hanging out. And I would create an automation and I would click create new, create from scratch. And probably my trigger is going to be like a date, most likely. So
Mhm.
maybe tomorrow morning, I want to send out this email. And I'm going to go ahead and click to build an email. And I would have already set up my real course. So that will be a separate course that I've created. So I would get the link to the order form from my real course, and I would have that. And then I would come in here and write an email and say, hey, it's time. Here is the link. And I would paste that right here. Of course, I could also modify my homepage and give them like a banner here and say, hey, here we're here. You can sign up now. So you can, set up all kinds of fun little ways to remind them and keep in touch with them once you've got them in a course. But yeah, to answer your question, Susan, you would need to create the email automation to let them know it's available
Okay.
now.
Okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Great stuff. Is this making sense, you all? It's feeling good? Questions?
I hope to have it finished tomorrow.
Gonna finish it tomorrow. Yeah, you can do this pretty quick, right? It's
I think so.
pretty doable. Yeah. Awesome. Let's see, is Philippe still here? No, he hopped off. Okay. Cool. Anything else before we wrap up? Celebrations,
I was curious
things
about the
going
new
on?
format change. I missed it, obviously. I've been gone a week or two. Um, yeah, a new look, a new name, like on Becky's background, for example. I was a little confused coming in because I didn't recognize the format.
Are you talking about the Zoom screen on Becky's background or
Yeah,
something, the format of the Zoom screen? Okay, so you're talking about the format of the Zoom office hours?
yeah.
Okay. So Becky is one of our certified Xperiencify experts. She has just completed her certification. Everybody give her a hand. This was a long journey and these folks worked really hard. And she is going to be leading some of our office hours going forward. So nothing has changed. She is here to answer your questions, and I'll still also be leading office hours, and Jesus is now leading Spanish office hours. So we've got all kinds of support for you all going on. But that's what's up. We're just bringing you more ways to get support and get resourced and learn the platform.
Okay. Any other features or news you want to catch us up on?
Let's see. I mentioned we've got exporting essay responses coming shortly. See what else? Anything else that I need to let you know about? We rolled out the new bonus training page a couple of weeks ago. Actually, I'll go ahead and revisit that real quick in case anyone didn't see that because this is a really important thing to know, and this is good. So in your course, in step 4, you're now going to see a new page called the single bonus training page. Here's how this works. In the past, actually, let me back up to step 3. In your course, you've got regular modules, and then you've got trainings in the modules, and then you have bonuses. And when you create a bonus, the way it's structured is that it actually mirrors the regular modules and trainings. So, um, So what we have is the bonus, which is like the parent container, and then the bonus training, which is the actual thing the students watch, like the actual video and the actions and points. So we've got regular modules and trainings and bonus modules and trainings. And in the past, every single training, whether it was a regular training or a bonus training, in the past, all of them were shown to the student on the single training page. So now bonus trainings are shown to the student on the single bonus training page. And the reason that is a good thing is because you can customize them differently if you want. So there might be different text. If you see that, just click generate. There might be different text, a different setup you want for the regular training page and the bonus training page. And up until a couple of weeks ago, you couldn't customize these differently. So you now can. And now it's doing a process that it will do the first time you use this page. There we go. So now this is my bonus training page, and I can customize that however I want, and it can be different from my regular training page. So that's a big deal to know about. So if you didn't see that, check it out. And if you had for courses that were built before this change, it's just going to copy your regular training page over to your bonus training page unless you change it. So nothing will look weird to your students or anything like that. It will all look the same, but now you could go in and edit this one and make them different if you wanted to.
So you
So
can
that
add a
is
bonus, you can add a bonus page like that to any course.
So the way it works is you can add bonuses in any course, which has always been the case. But basically, when the students actually literally click and watch the bonus training, like they go
Mhm.
to the video and they actually have to see it, right? There's like a page they have to go to see it, right? So that page they go to can look different now than the page they go to see their normal trainings.
Okay,
Maybe I just want them different colors because I want it to look special or look fun here,
right.
you know?
And that you're referring to watching a video, but it can also be a download a free ebook or something like that, right? As a bonus,
Yes,
a
just like
PDF or
always,
whatever. Yeah,
you can add downloads to your page.
great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So those are the biggest things going on. Becky, can you think of anything I'm missing? Any
No,
features I'm
no,
not thinking
that
of at the moment?
no. No, I love the bonus thing. We'll be able to actually customize that. So you actually be able to take so the bonus being bonus, you actually be able to give the clients and the customers, or the students actually a different experience. So they felt like they actually got something brand new and shiny. And you'd be able
Hmm.
to, Suzanne, you'd be able to actually customize this page as well to so it looks different than the rest of the page, so they don't feel like they're doing another training, but they are actually getting
Right.
a additional gift. So you can actually make it as cool. So I just think is awesome.
I
Very
like that
cool.
idea of making it something bright and shiny.
Just
Yeah.
make it, yeah,
Well,
make it pretty, make it fun.
it's a
Yeah,
bonus, right?
Yeah,
So
super cool.
yeah.
Hey, it
yeah,
should look different. Yeah, totally.
yes.
So I think
Cool.
that's all, Rachel.
That's all I'm thinking of at the moment. And I may be forgetting some features, but we'll bring them. We'll update you with all the things. Yeah. So I think that's all I've got. And I'll be back with you all tomorrow. Frank, if you want to update us tomorrow, let us know if your page is already done. Feel free to hop on. I'll be here
Same
tomorrow at
same time or in the morning?
in the morning.
Okay.
Awesome. It's a helpful session. Thanks and welcome, Becky. Woohoo.
Thank you, Susan.
Awesome. Thank you all. Great to see you. Have a fantastic rest of your evening or day wherever you are. And we will see you soon.
Signing off. Have a good
Thanks for
evening.
joining. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
I think Christopher's still with
And
us.
yeah, let's see. You probably can go
Oh,
ahead. All right, there we
okay,
go.
he's gone. I'll stop recording.
Cool. Sure.